The Blitz, sponsored by Mocse Credit Union, Western Motors, and Jura's Pizza Parlor.
Welcome to The Blitz, the Monday edition. I'm Frankie Tovar.
And I'm Eddie Ruiz.
We have coverage from Friday night's game between Turlock and Merced that ended in a 27-20 win for the Bulldogs and set up a winner-take-all matchup at the Harvest Bowl for the CCC Championship.
High time! High time! High time! Give me 10! Give me 10! Do it again! Do it again! Do it again! Do it again! Yeah! Too much!
So the Bears and Bulldogs both entered Friday's game with 6-2 overall records. Turlock was undefeated in the league, and Merced only had one league loss. So this meant Turlock had to beat Merced in order to have any hopes of an outright CCC title. And guess what? Turlock came through, and they came through in a big way.
They did. That offense was very powerful. I mean, you're talking about 339 yards of total offense. And then the player of the game, Danny Velasquez, 194 total yards for that kid and 3 touchdowns. I don't think he does anything but play good, huh?
Pretty much. And he's been playing well since a sophomore. He's been at the varsity level for 3 years now. And so it's no surprise he's leading that team. Merced, on the flip side, 322 total yards from scrimmage. And the player of the game was also their quarterback. We're talking about Foss. He had 243 total yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and 2 touchdowns through the air. He played lights out. And I believe he came back from a shoulder injury, so that's even more impressive. A new sponsor this year is Western Motors, and they're out of Merced. They're your go-to place for all pre-owned vehicles. We're talking trucks, SUVs, coupes, you name it, they've got it. So go check out Western Motors in Merced to find a smooth ride.
And then for the 3rd year in a row, Mocse Credit Union is with us. Thank you guys so much. Check out their place right now. As soon as you get a chance down here, they have toy loans, auto loans, any sort of loans that you need. Check out Mocse Credit here in Turlock today.
And our 3rd sponsor and the tastiest of them all is Jura's Pizza Parlor here in Turlock. They're a Turlock institution. They have delicious fries, delicious wings, and of course, delicious pizza. I recommend it. Jura's Pizza Parlor in Turlock. With Turlock's win, that means that the Bears are out of the CCC title race for the first time in a very long time, meaning the Bulldogs and the Pride will have to battle it out next week at Harvest Bowl 13.
Yeah, but before we get into that Harvest Bowl 13 details and talk and all that, let's talk about our other teams, man. I think 5 of our 6 teams from our coverage area are going to make the playoffs.
They have the possibility of making the playoffs as we enter the last week of the regular season. And number 1 on that list is without a doubt Hillmar High. Hillmar, tell me more about Hillmar.
Hillmar, an 8-1 overall record, undefeated in league so far.
Perfect
but so
in the TVL.
is Ripon. Yeah, but so is Ripon. Heading into that final game against Ripon, it's basically going to decide the TVL champion. But you know, thumbs up for Hillmar for having a great year.
And that game has even more meaning because last year, Hillmar and Ripon split the TVL title. So that means this time, only one will walk away with the crown. Now let's switch things over to the Southern Athletic League with Delhi. They had a hot start with a 7-0 record, but then they lost to Denair. And this past Friday, they fell to Orostemba. That means there's no league title on the horizon, but they can enter the playoffs as the number 2 seed in their league if they can beat RC next week. And if they do that, that'll be the first time they enter the playoffs since 2013. But guess what? Their rival, the Coyotes, are nipping at their heels.
Yeah, Denair, 6-3 so far. They're doing great things with those 16 players out there, I must say so. They're tied with Delhi at 4-2 in league. And if they make the playoffs right here with this win in the last week against Waterford, well, it's going to be the first time they did so since 2010, which would be crazy. They're doing great things out there. Good job, guys.
Now, that's an exciting game, but we'll be in the CCC title match, the one we're all talking about, the one we're excited about. My heart's racing, is thinking about it. Harvest Bowl 13 between Turlock and Pittman. The throwdown between the Bulldogs and the Pride. Winner take all. We're talking about the CCC title.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy. So Pittman holds the overall series over Turlock so far with an 8-4 record, but Turlock's won the last 2. However, I think Pittman's trying to make history here. I don't think they want to lose a game, as they haven't all season long. They're 9-0 going into this Harvest Bowl, and we know Turlock's won 7 in a row. I mean, honestly, the implications couldn't get bigger. In this game, the hype, it couldn't get bigger. Get pumped up. It's going to be a great game. I feel it. I know it, man.
So if Pittman wins, first perfect record for the football team in school history. Also, it'll be the first time they win league since 2004 on the flip side. If Turlock wins, the first time they win 3 consecutive Harvest Bowls, and the first time they win the CCC title since 2003. It's been more than a decade for both teams, so they're looking forward to this game, and both teams, they gotta want it bad.
Yeah, it's about time, man.
And so you can catch coverage of Harvest Bowl 13 at turlockjournal.com and of course our YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And keep an eye on those social sites because we might have some teasers for you. But until that game, until that episode on Saturday, I'm Frankie Tovar.
I'm Eddie Ruiz.
And we're saying good night.